After their mother's sudden death, 12-year-old Aram and his little sister Sana were forced to move into an old, isolated countryside house that once belonged to her. The place felt cold and unfamiliar, filled with a strange silence that made Aram uneasy. Their relatives told them their mother had loved this house deeply, but something didn't feel right. That first night, as rain tapped softly against the windows, Aram lay awake, unable to sleep. Then he heard it, a soft lullaby drifting through the hallway. It was the same song their mother used to sing. Frozen in fear, he tried to ignore it, until Sana quietly whispered from her bed, "Bye. Mama is here." The strange occurrences grew stronger with each passing night. Doors creaked open without a touch, and the lights flickered as if something unseen moved through the house. At exactly 3 a.m., the lullaby returned, soft but clear, echoing through the dark halls. Sana began waking up to it, smiling and talking to someone Aram couldn't see. She would giggle and whisper, "Mama came to see me." Aram tried to convince her it wasn't real, but deep down, he was terrified. One night, unable to ignore it anymore, he stepped into the hallway. At the end, he saw a shadow, tall, still, and watching him with a faint, unnatural smile. Determined to protect Sana, Aram began searching the house for answers. The air felt heavier with each step, as if the walls were hiding something dark. In a dusty wooden cupboard, he discovered an old, worn diary wrapped in cloth. It belonged to their mother. With trembling hands, he opened it and started reading. The entries spoke of loneliness, fear of abandonment, and a desperate need to never be left behind. As the pages went on, the writing became darker, describing a strange ritual meant to bind her soul to the house and to her children. Aram's heart raced as he realized the truth. Whatever was calling Sana wasn't just a memory, it was something far more dangerous. Sana's behavior grew more disturbing with each passing day. She stopped playing, stopped smiling, and barely spoke unless it was in that eerie, unfamiliar tone. Her eyes often seemed empty, as if someone else was looking through them. At night, Aram would wake to find her standing silently in the corner, staring into darkness. One evening, she slowly turned toward him and spoke in their mother's voice, "Why are you afraid of me?" The temperature dropped, and the walls seemed to breathe. Shadows stretched unnaturally across the room. Aram realized in horror that the spirit was no longer just visiting, it was taking control, slowly replacing Sana from within. With fear tightening around his chest, Aram knew he had no time left. The house felt alive, closing in as the shadows twisted along the walls. Gathering his courage, he confronted the figure that now fully resembled his mother. It smiled, arms open, calling him softly. Fighting back tears, he shouted that a real mother would never trap her children like this. The words echoed, shaking the house itself. Remembering the diary, he rushed to the corner and set it on fire. A piercing scream filled the air as the flames grew. The shadow flickered, then vanished. Sana collapsed to the floor, breathing normally again. The silence that followed was heavy, but finally, it was real.